Coming up on Mountain News this morning, some high school students were shown an important message: how deadly driving under the influence can be. And a dangerous trend continues to plague Kentucky schools after one was briefly evacuated when a Chromebook short-circuited.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this Monday, May 12th. It is 5:30 this morning. And Eric, I have to admit to you, it's been better for me, Eric, with all of this colder weather we've been having. So I'm not looking forward to what you've been showing me on the 7-day, the 70s. And then I think even you had a little bit of the 80s up on there.
Yeah, I tell you what, Amelia, go ahead and when I show the 7-day next time, just turn around. We'll just disregard that. But yes, 80s are in the forecast as we go into the second half of the work week. Today, though, make sure you have the rain gear as you are heading out the door. Take a look here at the latest from the London Corbin Airport. Earlier had a little bit of rain. Now we're seeing a little bit of a break right now. There's a look at live pinpoint Doppler radar. You can see that line of rain that pushed through Laurel County that hit the airport, pushing its way now out of Jackson County. Off to the south over towards portions of Lee County as well as Wise County, seeing some rain at this time. Temperatures right now still in the mid to upper 60s. Look at Harlan, 68 degrees, 59 in Louisa, 65 in Prestonsburg, as well as Pikeville. Grundy, good morning to you. You're at 60. Same story in Clintwood. As you head out the door, make sure you have the WYMT First Alert weather app on your device to receive the latest video forecast, which is now on there, as well as the hour-by-hour forecast, where we see thunderstorm chances continue. We'll get a little bit of a break in the 8 to 9 o'clock time frame. Then rain chances will pick up as we go throughout the afternoon hours. Now, how long will this rain last? I'll have that answer in the First Alert forecast in a few minutes, but right now the current time is 5:32. We'll send it to Amelia.
A Johnson County man was sentenced to 40 years in prison for the production and possession of child porn. In August 2022, Jason Campbell reportedly engaged in the production of child porn. When law enforcement searched his phone, they found 2 videos taken of Campbell and a minor engaging in sexual conduct, as well as more videos and photos of child pornography on his phone. A Prestonsburg man was sentenced to 14 years in prison. Danny Waddles was originally indicted for murder in a stabbing that happened back in 2021. That indictment said Waddles intentionally killed Joshua Holbrook, but the charge was amended to first-degree manslaughter after Waddles entered a guilty plea last week. The two were fighting, which later led to Waddles stabbing Holbrook. New information on a missing fugitive who was found in Rowan County. Police say Anthony Martinez escaped custody while being treated at a hospital Tuesday. He was found last Thursday in the Triplet Creek area after searching the area for days. During that arrest, Martinez reportedly tried to grab an officer's gun and punched an officer in the face. He now faces several charges from that incident. A man faces drug charges after police say they found suspected meth in his possession. It happened on Rockcastle River Forestry Road in Laurel County. Police pulled over Sean Chitwood after they say he committed an equipment violation. In addition to finding a suspected meth, they say Chitwood was also operating on a DUI suspended license. Area first responders gathered at Betsy Lane High School Friday morning for a mock disaster devoted to prom preparation. The event, organized by Betsy Lane Fire Department, acted out a mock DUI crash using seniors from the school to portray a prom night disaster. The event, which showed a fictional death, 2 injuries, and the arrest of the DUI driver, also included the real-life story of Lane teacher Terry O'Brien, who has used a wheelchair since his family was hit by a DUI driver when he was 14.
It isn't just to save students from becoming drunken drivers or ending up in accidents. It is also for them to be a light to those who maybe are alcoholics, who maybe are thinking about drinking and driving. And it gives them something they can say, hey, listen, let me tell you about this teacher I had and what he went through. Let me tell you about what they told us during this program.
O'Brien said the crash that placed him in the wheelchair ended in the death of the person who was driving under the influence. He hopes his story will stick with the students for years to come, not just on prom night. A dangerous TikTok trend has made its way to Kentucky. We first told you about the trend here in eastern Kentucky last week. It encourages students to short-circuit their school-issued Chromebook or laptops. Southern Middle School in Fayette County was evacuated Thursday when a student attempted this trend. Maggie Rickerby explains how the trend continues to cause issues throughout the Commonwealth.
This isn't the first TikTok challenge that's kind of wreaked havoc on our school system.
The Director of Operations and School Safety Coordinator for Jessamine County Schools says a student tried short-circuiting their school-issued Chromebook Thursday at West Jessamine Middle School,
Which, caused us to have to evacuate the school.
Matthew Simpson tells us the situation was resolved and students were able to resume classes. But continuing the trend could lead to injury and pose a fire hazard. Parents were notified of the incident Thursday.
It's an issue that we want to make sure that they're able to talk with their student about, educate their student, and again, to be mindful of what they're consuming and how they're taking those things and putting them into action.
Reported incidents have happened here in Jessamine County at West Jessamine Middle School and in Fayette County at Southern Middle School. And it's raised concerns in other counties as well. Stella Pollard, the Director of Technology for Franklin County Schools, says the trend could be costly. She says each Chromebook within her district is around $275. But what's more concerning are the dangers of the trend.
And unfortunately, that's the thing the TikTok challenge isn't showing, is all of the potential dangers, that it's not just damaging the Chromebook, that it could damage their home and much more.
School leaders encourage parents to have conversations with their children about the dangers of this TikTok challenge. Maggie Rickerby, WKYT.
Simpson says students who attempt the trend could not only face consequences from the schools, but could even face criminal charges. An East Tennessee pastor who was kidnapped last month in South Africa talked to reporters for the first time since that incident. Pastor Josh Sullivan and his family have been home for a couple of weeks now. Sullivan sat down with our sister station, WVLT, to talk about this ordeal and the power of prayer. They spoke at Sullivan's home church, Fellowship Baptist in Maryville. Sullivan reflected on the moment he was rescued.
The police officer that found me in the vehicle comes in and we get to meet, take a photo and all that. And he told me, he said, I want you to know that I know that there's people praying for you. And I know that you're a praying man because we got lost when we found you. They had gotten a tip of a suspicious vehicle, that they were just following a lead.
Sullivan says while he was held captive, he was not beaten or assaulted, but says evil and awful things were said to him. Voter registration slightly increased in April throughout the Commonwealth. In a release from the Secretary of State's office, there was an increase of about 600 voters. Secretary of State Michael Adams said in a statement that Kentuckians are enjoying a short break from the election period, but the 2026 cycle is already starting. The Big Sandy Senior Games are back for their 38th year, kicking off with strikes, spares, and smiles. WYMT's Caroline Mueller was in Prestonsburg Friday morning for part of those indoor games.
The lanes at Bullwright Lanes were busy Friday as seniors from throughout the Big Sandy region came together for friendly competition.
And we want them to get out here and have fun, exercise, keep healthy, and just compete in the bowling today.
For participants, it is not just about winning, it is about connecting.
We're just having a big time and a good time.
Same here.
Yeah. I am so happy that I get to see all my friends and my family, and we all get to enjoy ourselves today.
The games, hosted each May during Older Americans Month, have become a celebrated tradition across 5 counties.
They practice. They are so competitive. They love winning. It just brings everybody together. It gives them an opportunity to mingle with each other. Lots of times our older adults are isolated, and so it gets them out, gets them moving, gets them a medal.
I'm not a very good bowler, but I love to try. We just laugh and carry on, and we have a great time.
Yeah, I've made several new friends. Just watching everybody have fun, and everybody's always happy.
For organizers, volunteers, and competitors alike, the game offers a chance to stay active, make memories, and build community.
And it's awesome for them, and it keeps them motivated and keeps them moving.
everybody come out and join us and have a good time.
Sparing some time for strikes, smiles, and senior spirit.
The games continue next Friday with outdoor events at Jenny Wiley State Resort Park. That's this Friday. A high school student from Eastern Kentucky is making history in his school district. Carter Wells is a senior at Menifee County High School. The district says because of his hard work, perfect ACT score, and extracurricular activities, Wells will attend Yale University in the fall. He plans to eventually earn a PhD in environmental studies and teach it at the college level.
I wish there were more people before me. You know, Menifee Pride, we need as many people as we can get to go to places. So I'm really happy that I'm the first, but I mean, I really hope I'm not the last. I really hope this encourages more people to apply and put themselves out there like this.
Wells says he was also accepted into a number of Ivy League schools, along with UK, which was his backup plan. It's 5:41. Those looking for some adventure might soon find themselves in West Virginia, where several new campgrounds were announced.
And rain chances are in the forecast. Details on the First Alert forecast in a few minutes.